Everyone good? Coach, if you just open up with a brief statement.
Great atmosphere, Razorback Nation. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I thought it propelled our guys to really dig kind of deep. We had some guys that they're winded. They were tired. We saw Daniel right there. I think they ended up hitting a three-pointer to tie it up at the 48-second. We had just scored game one. We scored a bucket. Now we just got to get a stop. And we couldn't get back down to floor to even just contest the shot. But Indiana, you got to give them credit, man. What a basketball team, man. They just wouldn't go away. They answered every time we made a run. They were answering. And the beauty of what we did, I thought we answered it as well. Morgan got in foul trouble earlier. I thought that was big because of the size factor with Daniel Gafford. And we saw what Morgan was capable of doing in the second half. The Langford kid, we just at times we had no answer for him, but we wanted to make sure he worked for everything. We know he likes to get in that lane, but he was knocking shots down from the perimeter. But I can't say enough about our guys' resolve. I thought the fight, which enabled them to stay in this game, and not only that, they didn't panic. Indiana made a run, made plays, and guess what? We answered on the other end. We made plays, and we executed. So even when you talk about having played the Texas game, I thought this came back to maybe help us. That we didn't panic, and we made the right plays at the right time. And what can you say about Daniel? Daniel, he played his tail off on both ends of the floor. Started the game off, I think, with a block shot that enabled us to get a basket at the other end. So, good team win. Bench was much better tonight. That's the difference in the ball game. One of the bigger plays I thought right at halftime was Gabe Usaboy hitting that three-point shot. I thought that kind of gave us a little lift going into to halftime because we had a lead and they cut into it, and we get a three-point shot right there to come out in the second half. And I thought we came out with pretty good in it. But again, Indiana's a very good basketball team, and they'll be ranked and they'll be playing some tournament basketball at the end of the year. So we're fortunate. The last tip that Morgan missed, and then all people to come up with it was Mason Jones. He just was a scrapper, and he got up there and made one free throw, and we talked about missing the other, so because they had no timeouts. It was only 2.5 seconds, on the clock, and it's amazing. I've been harping about guys making free throws, and that was probably the greatest miss in my tenure in a while. So it's a good win. We were fortunate.
And Mike, I know Mason's a good free throw shooter, but he just missed the front of the one-on-one. He said he wanted the ball. How confident were you when he went up with the game tied? And then there's some guys, they try to miss and they end up making it, or they don't. I mean, he missed it where it hit the rim, kind of did stuff and took up the time. How effective was he in the execution?
I thought he was really good. I thought he was well. As a matter of fact, right before that, I told him he was going to come back. He had missed the free throw, and obviously they went down and tied it up. And I think we had the ball, and I told him it's going to come back to you. But I thought we'd be up when it came back to him, so it came at he got in the mix of it and got up there, knocked the first one down, timeout. Then we came out and he missed it. So he missed the first free throw. That's what he missed.
Indiana made the 10-0 run in the early second half to take the lead. What did you see from Daniel at that point? It kind of looked like he had the eye of he's taking that game over.
I thought our guys did a good job of really identifying, getting the ball to him. He was determined to make plays. He figured he had the mismatch. We had those guys in foul trouble, and so that was our strategy was to get it into him, and then let guys play off of him. So it was good to see him step up and answer the call. I don't know if it was a career high, but he had a tremendous night tonight, not only offensively but defensively as well.
Mike, the players talked about the Texas game really hurt, and they didn't want that to happen again. That probably had a lot to do with the resolve you were talking about. Just what did you see from them in that regard? And how big is it to win a big game like this, especially after a tough loss to Texas?
I think that the great thing about it is, and a lot of people were asking about, Indiana coming in here. And, obviously, we feel we have a great program here as well. But Indiana every game's a big game, and so these guys got to understand that. But they started off playing Texas at a neutral site, which was in Texas, and we were right there. And the things that we didn't do well, you think about We didn't take care of the basketball. We didn't shoot free throws well. We didn't have many assists in that game. Tonight we had 20 assists. We only had 12 turnovers. And when we did get to the line, you know, we were okay. We were just as good as they were. Let me put it that way. So, to me, we learned from it, and we cleaned up in some areas. And our bench played well. Our bench played real well. Our bench was even with them. Everybody that came on that floor contributed something. And that was big because it enabled me to rest Dan. Jalen Harris got in foul trouble, but it enabled those guys. Mason played probably too many minutes, but Mason's a gamer, and we see him. This team is growing. I think the lessons are going to be learned from each and every game. We're going to learn some lessons from this game. And there are some things that we didn't do. I didn't think we capitalized on the momentum. We're up 10, and we got the ball. We got guys just come down like it's just let it fly. And we just had a dunk with Daniel. And so they're learning. They're learning, you know, how to utilize. You know, we got something special here when you talk about our Razorback fans. They understand game. They understand the momentum. They know when to and when not to. And we just got to learn how to utilize that momentum.